action of this film needs to be very different. So we divided the action into like stunt choreography for martial arts, car chases, skydiving sequence we had. So we had broken down the script into the most important elements.
Doing the action in the film was really new for me because I've never done action ever.
The action was comfortable. We had Angelo, we had a great team in Malaysia.
I didn't really train and all, but I look like I have. So I guess that just goes to the credit of my technicians.
And some other Australian guys would come for the skydiving sequences. They were very interesting.
When I see a shot that I like, I start filming.
So we did a little bit of work out of the helicopter, and we're going to try as soon as the weather permits. When we have communication with Sebastian, I guess. Yeah. And they look quite nice open. The special effects, the VFX was interesting to do. I like all this.
Don.
Paris, India, बहुत चौड़ा नेटवर्क है तुम लोगों का. The most important part of Don is क्योंकि मेरा जो बेटा है, he likes me to do action.
You can show it to the kids, you can show it to the families.
And Don offers me that in a gritty sense.
You did that. Yeah, I did that. As children, we are always sitting in one place, and now you really get to do it.
Doing everything myself. I mean, I never wanted Jacqueline to do anything. Jacqueline's my stunt double. Because I really wanted to know how much I can push myself, and I was really glad that I could, and it was great fun.
I enjoyed doing the car chase very much. I was proud. Certain sequences I did myself because Angelo was very, very happy the way I was driving. He said, "Oh, you drive okay?" I said, "Yeah."
I've done other films, Main Hoon Na, which is a little more child-friendly action. But this is gritty, solid action where there's no messing about. they hit. You knife people and they die. You take out a gun and it means business.
I trained with him for months and months, and I went to the gym and I went on a diet and I cut down my food and I got ripped and I got like 8 packs, and all that I'm saying is a lie right now because I didn't do any of that.
Cut and action.
Since it's the making of my film, I'll be honest, I don't want to lie. And even though everyone else, I'm going to go and say that I trained a lot. So, you know, just for the truth, so you have the novelty. I think if I would have done a lot more training, I would have been much better at what I'd done, but it's over now, so I can't do anything about it.
I'm playing Malik, who is an Interpol officer in a film, Dawn. The character of Malik is nothing complicated. He is a hardcore professional. Professional, I mean, he is not hardcore in the sense that he has no emotions. He's very considerate, he's very gentle, but he goes about his job in a very professional manner. And he's an intelligent officer of the Interpol.
4 months of staying with each other and everything, yeah, people start getting on each other's nerves and there are fights and...
You should let me know, I could have got you a jelly right now.
Even though I find it very entertaining because, you know, I love cat fights and everything. And I include them and all that because it's still too entertaining.
Like once the truck thing happens, let him stay back near the trucks, we'll leave with Shah Rukh. So we'll come, basically we'll get them to move. You need to pull in next to the side, just go as close as you can to the side of the truck and we'll be over here. Speaking to everybody regarding the movie and getting their feedback on the original script was probably the research that was required for this movie.
If you give out a bound script to your actors, to your HODs, they all come back with some or the other input, you know.
Dhap, dhap, one swing, dhap, and one on the boost. So this maybe we can just do all high speed. He reels back and...
Some of it justified, some of it not. But that really did help me in understanding what it is people expect from a remake of a movie that's as popular as that.
Dawn to me was a cult film, and hopefully this one will be too. It's got great music and very, very interesting characters. They're all fantastical characters. They can all do anything, and anything is possible.
It is a film that is, yeah, sure, slightly away from reality in any case. But apart from that, there's a certain degree of being true to the genre that film is set in.
Behaving and acting, if it's bad, it's Farhan's fault. If it's good, it's mine. So. say now, okay? It's really difficult to to explain Farhan.
One was a little wary of the fact that he's very strict and he's stickler for time.
I was very, very scared because I heard a lot of stories about how strict Farhan and his unit is. I thought, okay, finished. First day I'm going to get yelled at and everybody's going to be really nasty, and I was fully ready with my big tears and all that.
If Dawn had to be remade, the only person who could remake it is Farhan, because he comes with a great sensibility.
But it wasn't as bad as I thought. Thankfully, touch wood, today is the last day of the film.
Farhan's preparation is very, very solid. He's very sure, of course, like most people say, he knows what he wants. Of course he knows what he wants. He's a director.
His organization, from the storyboarding to script reading to the shot division, it's so clear in his head. And I think for my survival as an actor who's been working 16 years in the film industry, it was important at this time, at the age of 40, last 2-3 years, that I started working with people who look at cinema differently. The youngsters teach the elders, and in a certain way, I think working with Farhan has been that experience.
I didn't really involve myself that much as a producer. I think Ritesh does that well enough for both of us. I trust him completely on that end.
I love talking about Ritesh. Okay, just took me out to dinner last night, so I can't be mean. He paid.
See, this organization obviously is in the whole company, Excel, and
both Farhan and Ritesh, they're incomplete without each other, I think.
And Ritesh has also brought in his own school of thought.
He gives a holiday after every 6 days, which is, I think, very insane for a producer to do in a 4-month outdoor.
Which is, of course, a little more cut and dry than regular filmmakers, but I think it's a style which works.
The crew is very important because they're tired after 6 days, and getting that 1 day's gap rejuvenates them for the next day.
Everything, I think, which is behind the camera, somehow or the other translates in front. So if your crew, your actors, everybody is happy, it'll all come forth in front, which is your production value, which is where a producer steps in.
He's on set at all times. I've never seen any producer do that.
And apart from being a really nice producer and a team player, I think he's a great PlayStation player. I think there is nobody in this world besides me who can beat Ritesh Sidhwani at PlayStation 2. So hats off to him for being such a champion.
I'm being really sweet, no?
No, well, that's being straight at that.
I don't want to be sweet to them. It has been very special working with Ritesh and Farhan on this film.
Nice, very nice. Mohan, okay for you? Yeah?
Like Mohanan, the director of photography. So he's a bearded guy with long hair.
Mohanan, I think, is quite an extraordinary find for this movie.
Mr. Mohanan, also South Indian superstar.
Mohanan sir, I love Mohanan sir. He is unbelievable.
My office has personally worked with Mohanan. I think he's a sweetheart.
Everything looks like a picture. The way this film was supposed to be shot, it's exactly how I see it.
And it's very modern, the look, yet it has like elements that are almost like nostalgia and tribute to the previous Dawn. Like for example, we've used the clove motif, which Mr. Bachchan actually had on his waistcoat in the original Dawn. We've actually used that motif for Khai Ke Paan.
No, we did a test, and with all our main characters, what kind of makeup and what kind of color of light which each skin takes, which character takes, and each face has a different. The face takes lights, So we did one test with each character one day. So I figured out basically what are the problems with certain faces,
He's super quick. He's like that.
He's a fantastic cinematographer. When an actor is working, the one thing that he wants or she wants is pleasantness. And you can't get more pleasant than Mohanan.
I think any person who's worked on a film would envy Mohanan his temperament.
And his work is outstanding. I think it's, we normally in Indian cinema, when you're making big films, deriding it, we like to make things look pretty. I think Mohanan makes them look rich and yet gritty and real.
Because the person who was so directly affected by the unpredictable weather was him.
When you break a scene into shots, then that time you have to think, or the director and the cameraman together will have to plan the thing according to the weather in particular, the way you are shooting.
In my 16-year career, I've really enjoyed the work that he's produced for the film.